Alright. Timestamp January 9th, 2026. It's about 10:30. Is that on the camera or is that... Yeah, okay. I had something on the phone. I wasn't sure if it was like actually on the roof above me or if it was on the screen. I'm just... Yeah, it's about 10:30 p.m. and I got up a little while ago. My schedule's all over the place now. And I'm blaming my wife. She had a medical thing at the VA and wanted to make sure not to miss it, so I kind of adjusted my schedule to make sure that I'd be, up and ready. And I still wasn't ready. That's her fault. Got us off to a rough start this morning. She had told me that we needed to be there at 10:30, so we were going to leave 9:30ish, whatnot. Make sure she gets there early in case she needs to do like labs or something like that. So she shows up with her hair on fire like a little bit after 8. I've got several different chore things in, progress. I'm halfway through my breakfast. She's like, we need to leave in like 30 minutes. It's like, that's not going to happen. I haven't even gotten my shower yet. And she's like, I have to be there at 9:30. It's like, you said 10:30. I know, but then I double checked and I grabbed my keys and jumped in the shower and ran here, and it's like, since it takes you like 30, 40 minutes to get here, you could have called or texted me when there was that sudden change of plans, and then I wouldn't be hip deep in so many different things. I would have started to move away from that and already been in the shower. And she's like, well, we gotta go. And it's like, okay, we're gonna go when we go, because I'm still getting my shower because I smell like a beast of the field. And everything is going to be okay, and you're going to quit blaming me for all of this. Yeah. We're doing some great value. The caramel pecan. The Great Value coffees actually aren't bad. They aren't bad. I like their French vanilla a fair amount. The donut shop's not bad, but just in the mood for something different. Pulled that out of the shelf. Or off the shelf, out of the cabinet. Oh, still not AI. Real. So yeah, I got up last night at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I went to bed at like 3 or 4 p.m. Like, middle of the afternoon. I've worked overnights before, so it's like I can sleep pretty much whenever I tell myself, you're going to sleep now, It's one thing that I'm good with. But, so 3 o'clock in the afternoon today I was kind of hurting because abbreviated sleep, and then, my schedule's wrecked. Janus! Hey, man! Hey, bud! Hello! Janus. Okay. I know I just got done saying I'm not AI. If you're fairly new to my feed, yes, that is a three-legged cat. I know that AI sometimes removes limbs, adds fingers, stuff like that. We found him, he had it wasn't a compound fracture, but it was a complex fracture. His front left, basically his left arm, was just infected. We wanted the vet to try and like set it and all that, but we were told, as bad off as he is, there's a 1 in 3 chance that we'll be able to set everything correctly, and there's a 3 in 3 chance that he's going to have arthritis in that arm every day of his life till he dies. And he's going to be in pain and uncomfortable. Like, okay. They're like, honestly, in this situation, because of how bad it is, we recommend amputation. You know, he's not going to necessarily be a show cat, but he'll thrive. He'll actually be happy. And he's a character. He and Hex are becoming pretty... Hex is my 7-toed tuxedo. They have become friends. And he's been actually laying down with my dog a lot. I catch them like spoon sleeping. It's pretty cool, actually. Hey man, how you doing? Good morning. Or something like it. Yeah, you're here in Scrappy's tag. My dog friend is here. Somewhere. I'm just gonna lay here, he'll find me. But yeah, he's a cuddle bug. It's still odd to me. Never had a tripod before. And still a big shout out to Brittany at the vet, because she's apparently had at least 2 tripods, she said. She said she had a bipod once too. Had both front and basically hopped like a bunny. She's like, you know, it's awkward, it's weird. You might have to make some adjustments with like litter boxes and stuff like that, but he'll thrive, he'll be okay. And I'm glad she gave me that advice, because you know, we're a couple months after the surgery, and yeah, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. So, yeah. I'm gonna screensaver. I do a slideshow screensaver thing on my computer. Stephen Colbert one just popped up. I love this quote. If this is going to be a Christian nation that doesn't help the poor, either we've got to pretend that Jesus was just as selfish as we are, or we've got to acknowledge that he commanded us to love the poor and serve the needy without condition, and then admit that we just don't want to do it. Yeah. And that's why you can be a Christian and a liberal. What he said. Because, yeah. Still digesting the stuff that I've seen in Minneapolis. I'm still trying to figure out what just happened in Portland. But yeah, I've said it a couple times, I think, at this point. I know a little bit about that kind of thing. And of the 3 shots that were fired, the first shot is through the windshield, and it looks like it's right down towards the corner. Like, barely the windshield, almost the actual, like, metal frame that, you know, at the side that holds the windshield in place. And the other 2 are through the driver's side window. If you're saying you were worried about getting run over, there is no way in hell that a couple of shots through the driver's side window make sense. The first shot, you might be able to justify. I mean, that's a coin toss depending on the judge and the jury. The first one, that's iffy. If the stars align, you might be able to say that at that point you were worried that you were going to get hit. Shots 2 and 3, no. No, you fired into the car, right next to the car, through the driver's side window. What, was she going to open her door and hit you with that? You weren't going to get run over. You're on the side of the vehicle. Nope. Nope. So, I don't know if anything's going to come from that because, you know, these folks seem to be pretty good at protecting each other and making excuses for it. But, that was kind of an execution. It was kind of a murder there, guys. I don't know how you can really work around that. Mother of 3. Yep, that's who we are now. It's good. It's good. It's wholesome. Yeah, something the other day was like, that's not who we are. And I'm thinking to myself, well, apparently it's who some of us are. It's who some of us are. You know, I'm hopeful that the rest of us find it repugnant, but clearly, since these things are happening, it is who some of us are. I don't know that there's a way around that concept. I don't think there is. If it's happening, and it's happening way more often than it needs to, it is clearly, at least to some extent, who some of us are. I think it is not who most of us are. And my God, I hold on to that hope that I'm right there, that it is not who most of us are. Yeah. I'm reminded of, because my brain works this way, it's weird. So, The Thing, John Carpenter, Kurt Russell. I'm reminded of the scene where they're doing the blood test. And Mac, Kurt Russell's character, he's got the flamethrower, and he's got the little, like, petri dish thing. And he's doing the math out loud. You know, he says, if all of you were those things, you would have already rushed me by now. So I'm pretty sure that means some of the people in this room are still human. It's kind of where my head is on this one. It's like, if everybody else was like that and I'm not, I'd be in a concentration camp somewhere. So, yeah, okay. I know I'm not the only one worried about the blood test holding the flamethrower, you know. I know I'm not the only one. But yeah, when all of this is over, it's going to be interesting if there is a reckoning and on what scale. Because I don't think that most of us are this. You know, one bright side is we've gotten we've got a better idea of who those people are, you know, but I don't know to what end. I mean, people that have that kind of attitude, I think, you know, there should at least be some shame and ostracizing. You know, the word pariah screams to mind. There was a time that being, you know, I'm a German American. Even as a German American who has family that fought on this side of the Second World War, I am still sometimes embarrassed to admit that I'm of German lineage because people, you know, I'm a comedian, so bear that in mind. You know, I meet a Jewish person and I immediately am like, hi, you know, don't hate me, it wasn't me, you know, that kind of thought process. It wasn't me. All of my people were on this side trying to help you. It's actually true. I've big, big Army family. Allied forces. Thank you. Yeah, all my family came over in the like late 1800s or the 1930s. Late 18 was just kind of a, hey, let's try America. 30s was, let's get the hell out of here. That's kind of the gist that I got from my mom as far as the family history. That's kind of the two dividing lines there. This is not good. We should go somewhere else. We are not liking this Adolf guy. He's not good. He's bad. Thinking maybe America. And here's the thing. I know we're declaring war on brown, black, pretty much anything in the Crayola box that isn't white or carnation pink. Oh my god, that is actually really good. I've been to the Statue of Liberty. It's beautiful. It's cool. I read the plaque. It's not who we're supposed to be. It's really not. There are no, carrots with only white or people from Denmark. There's nothing in there. It's pretty much, we're supposed to be the grand experiment, the grand melting pot of diversity. And it works. It works. We've had moments where we've shown that. But we start creating the us's and the thems, and it just all falls apart. And it clearly is who some of us are. I'm not into it. Oi! Come on, you two. I'm not into it. From Doctor Who standpoint, I went to X. I recognize those sound effects anywhere. There you are. Went to bed. We were on Peter Davison, actually. Castrovalva was on. And I woke up during Earthshock. So we're the Roku Who were in Peter Davison mode. There's no bad answer here, Hey, bud. My cat. X. Stop drinking. He's like, what? So, trying to get my schedule back on track. I don't know how I'm going to do that, frankly. Health check. Definitely feeling anxious. I still feel like I'm going to get a phone call regarding my dad. Just nagging back of my brain kind of thing. My girl, Vix, she's got to have some localized surgery later on in the month where, because this isn't Repo Man, there is that concern of, I hope everything goes okay, Some of the stuff today was consulted regarding that. I've been told that I must have ice cream on hand to help her recover. I can do that. I don't even really need the really a guilt trip. It's sort of a urchin manipulation goofiness. You'll have ice cream. It'll be fine. Kids. I love that girl. But yeah, there's that tension of, okay, they're gonna be putting sharp things on you and getting in there like a pit crew. What's in here? But overall, I feel okay. Trying to de-stress as best I can. I got dishes to come out of the dishwasher. I got to do some laundry. And there is progress. One brick and all that. I am still kind of waking up. I'm probably gonna do some priming on this. I'm gonna pull that real quick. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. I don't want any trouble. Start to get up and every... What's he doing? I'm gonna go over to the cabinet over here, and I'm gonna get the primer that I got out of the cabinet, and I don't want any trouble. Pull some more. Both pups immediately went to the door, so I think I'm going to be doing that here in the near future. I picked this up the other day. Well, not picked it up. I ordered it from Walmart. It's so funny because, not like funny, haha, but mother-in-law, who is awesome. I love her. We when Pix and I were first talking to her about how, because it was very obvious at a certain point that my mom wasn't going to make it, and that we were working on getting Dad in a secure location because dementia, guns, hallucinations, little things. Because we only have the one car. Mom-in-law was like, how are you going to make that work? And I'm like, Walmart and Amazon. COVID taught me all kinds of tricks about ordering. That's a non-issue. And she's like, that's easy. Some of this other shit we're trying to handle, that's the hard stuff. That part, that's nothing. Make sure I've got money on the card to make it happen, and I pushed a button. What do you need? Well, let me look through your inventory. Specifically formulated to coat porous surfaces to create an even, smooth base coat. Shake what? Oh, the bottle, right, sorry. Apply to porous surfaces for even, hide, and smooth base surface. Yeah. Especialmente formula. Alright, I'll just stick to the English part. Mixed with folk art. You almost have to say that with some kind of southern twang, right? Folk art. Acrylic paint to achieve a colored base. Clean while wet. Oh, the thing, right. Clean while wet with soap and water. Yeah. The basicest of basics. Which, yeah. I ain't never done this before. This is white. Or blanc. Yeah, I'm going to do a base coat on these guys. I have 3 of them in place. Well, 2 of them in place now because I got one in my hand. I'm going to do dark blue on the cushion. I've got a couple different like box sets. Nothing crazy. It's like a 12-pack of different, the little, I think they're 2 ounce? I think they're 2 ounce bottles. I'm going to do dark blue on the cushion. I'm going to do a lighter non-hot pink on the main body. Something in the like carnation, cotton candy kind of realm. I'm going to see what I've got available. And then this is going to go like yellow-orange. I'm going to try and go... I mean, it's going to be a yellow-orange of some sort. It's going to be a hot color. But I'm going to try and go as cool with it as I can. Because I don't want it to be like a... Look at this yellow-orange! I don't want it to be an overbearing thing. So I'm using mostly blues, but then doing the light pink and the... Oi! Fellas! Doing the yellow-orange as, like, you know, complementary tertiary colors. And that would actually be pretty much the hot color at that point if I'm going with a soft enough pink. I think I can make it work. Working on my Caritas 3, basically, over there. The LOL dolls are just so creepy ugly to me, but some of the furniture and props, man, I've said this a dozen times now, really interesting and workable. I mean, the background, like, texturing on it is still pretty bizarro, but I can make it work. Yeah, they actually slopped on the paint a little bit with the teal. I'm seeing, like, some shots down here where it just went back. Does that pop in there? I'm going to have to look at the sizing with the 6-inch and the 4-inch figures and see if I need to actually remove the feet so that it's flush on the ground, or if I want to keep it elevated. Based on what I'm doing with the cushion, I probably don't even need to paint those if I'm leaving it on. We're going to investigate something real quick. This is the drill type that my dad has, I think, 14 of. I think that's what we stopped the count at. They come in 2-packs, and the burglar kept stealing his drills. So he kept replacing them. He'd have his buddy Chuck the Wonder Idiot, or he'd order it. He'd get another 2-pack, you know, which he'd open it up, use one of them, the other drill would disappear because the burglar got it. Which, of course, yeah, no. So, in cleaning up around here, we actually have two packs that are still sealed. No, 3. There are 3 2-packs that are still sealed that he bought, and then the entire 2-pack got stolen. Which means we have 8 loose running around. A couple of them are in bad shape. but we've got, I think I have 3 or 4 in the, got like a jar over there of drills. Not kidding. Und the drill bit. I got 4 over there, and I think there's another 4 in a closet. Yay! So I can completely disassemble it if I want. Which, from a painting standpoint, might be useful. My stool is squeaky. I was looking to see if, because it looks like they kind of might pop out. Looking to see, that's a Jinx hair right there. If there was something inside that I could use to pop it. You know, if it like the blue plastic was showing to where I just push down on it and just pops out, but it was not to be. And I'm still going to have to check the height, because it may be fine the way it is. And then again, maybe I need to pull these. I think it's narrow. It's interesting. Why would you do that? It's got this over here and that over there, which obviously match up. Nothing on the other side. Why? Is there something it's supposed to snap in? Because it forms kind of a... like you could fit something in there, like it would snap in place or something. Just curious. I don't know. I may actually unscrew them all just so, because it'll make the painting easier. I can do them piece by piece without splash. That might be smart, right? I still have to do that. That doesn't come off. That's molded in place. That's okay. Got a pretty steady hand, so. Do not lose the screws, Marcus. Yeah. I gotta check the height, though. Because maybe it's better off without them. Yeah. Why does my list never get shorter? I keep crossing things off. Right? And I cooked up my baby's ginger chicken today. Got it on paper towels in there to soak up the extra. Thanks, Jinx. Yeah, I needed that move across the room. How'd you know? My black cat Jinx, he likes dragging the water bowl around the room. It's a thing. Yeah, it's low. I'll fill it. He's such a jackass. Yep, you. Talking about you. But I gotta separate the ginger chicken into like little snack bags for her meal prep. And I have this fist-sized thing of chopped chicken in there soaking in olive oil and Italian seasoning. I'm probably gonna chop up some potatoes, throw some other veg in there, and bake that up for Tiny and me. Sounds pretty good. Basic Italian casserole bake kind of thing, real easy. And yummy. Yeah. I'm coming into Saturday, because it's Friday night. Man, did I screw my schedule up. It is Friday night, right? I'm not crazy, cuckoo, stupid. It is Friday around 11 o'clock. Okay. So we're going into Saturday, which means I need to be in eBay mode as well. I got 3 more packages to go out. A couple of them are not $5 items. I just had to turn down an offer. Somebody offered me $2 for a $10 action figure. God, that's insulting. I'll haggle a little bit, but $10, $2? Come on, man. Come on. You want to offer me 8? You know, even 5, maybe we can work from there, but 2? How about I just pay you to take it? What do you think? Can I just drop it in the mail to you and maybe attach a money order? You know what I mean? It's like kind of insulting. I declined the offer. I'm not trying to be a prig, but yeah, no. You're allowed to leave a comment with your counter proposal, decline, whatever. I left it blank. I'm being good. In my mind, I filled it. All 300 characters. But give you 2. I'm lowballing at 10. I could probably get like 15 for it. It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface figure. I could probably get 15 for it. I'm asking 10. I'm not taking 2. That won't be happening. Exactly. That's actually what I was putting in the comment. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Yeah, I got a few things on that list. I think I'm going to do some priming. I'm going to reward myself a little bit. Probably in between, because separating it I can do components. Once I figure out the paints, I need to write down what paints I'm using so I can make sure and match throughout. You know what I mean? If I'm using cobalt blue, I need to make sure I write down cobalt blue so when I do other things within the diorama, they're cobalt blue. Cornflower. I can kind of see it in my mind's eye. It'll look pretty good when I'm done. You just gotta trust me. Different, but I'm going at it from a different color scheme anyway, so definitely not colors I would normally work with, but I'm challenging myself. I mean, the yellow orange I might work with. The carnation pink, I'm not a pink guy, you know, just not. I love purple. Pink, but using the color wheel, it'll work really well with the dark blue, so it's color science. Alright. Yeah, I don't even know. Alright. Especially if you're in a place where there's a huge presence or whatnot. Common sense, use your head. Keep it cool. It's okay to be angry, though. It's okay to be angry. Yeah. Hug your parents, hug your kids. Because you just don't know. Make it a great day.